of Asian countries, Asian economies in the past few decades has been a subject of interest uh, to many studies. So the question begs the question that we beg is what are the factors contributing to this massive growth in development and economy? Uh, we can look to a survey conducted by Mastercard International Incorporation, which aims to compare the socio-economic level of women with men in Asia Pacific nations. Um, it essentially assesses the level of gender equality in certain Asian countries, um, and gives each country a ranking from 0 to 100, 100 being full and total gender equality between men and women. Uh, there was a trend that the top three highest ranking nations in this survey, which is China, Thailand, and Malaysia, all three of them has uh, been widely regarded as the forerunners of economic growth within Asia itself. They possesses uh, a large number of economic growth and growth in general. Uh, and while we look at the other end of the spectrum, the lowest performing countries, which are Korea, with a score of 45.5%, followed by Indonesia with 52.5% and Japan at 54.5%. All three of these countries uh, are known to be performing poorly in the past 2 or 3 decades. You know, two of these countries, Japan and Korea, has been experiencing extreme population deficits, uh, birth rates falling and plummeting down to the point that Japan, it's a very indebted country. It has a lot of debt, uh, over 100 billion, I think. Um, um, and it's been struggling to pay its pension funds because, as you know, a large percentage of the Japanese population consists of those uh, who are older, slightly older in demographic, uh, which are unproductive. They have pensions to be paid and yet contribute nothing to the current economy. This, in a normal functioning countries, would uh, usually be negated by those still productive in the workforce, by men and women of younger age, uh, to provide for these people by means of things such as taxes and other contributions to their society. But as we all know, Japan has been lacking in that regard, and in they have been experiencing a rapid decline in the amount of young people active in the workforce, simply due a plummeting of birth rates. Um, the same thing could be said for Korea, which in this instance uh, also experiences extreme population declines. Uh, you know, a factor we could look into is that uh, woman simply refuses to start a family in said nations, simply as a form of resistance to the expectations that they have to fulfill to actually have a child and uh, be a household wife, so to speak. Um, this happens due to a lack of opportunities in the first place. Uh, Women are met with this expectations that they are not meant to earn, and they aren't given the opportunity to earn, and therefore uh, they use uh, their refusal of marriage and childbirth as a form of protest against that expectation. Indonesia is a special case. Its population is still rapidly growing. It's expected to hit a peak in the number of productive members of its society in around 2030. Um, Despite so, Indonesia, as we all know, has been failing terribly as a nation. Uh, there are many economic problems uh, plaguing every sector of the Indonesian economy. Uh, Say the men in power, especially in Indonesia, uh, they fail to. There has been problems regarding wealth distribution and cases of corruption and mismanagement of funds in the Indonesian government and in uh, the public sector of the Indonesian economy. You know, uh, these problems they are most rampant in countries with low scores regarding the survey we just mentioned, the survey on gender equality. We can therefore conclude that most countries, I'm sorry, we could conclude that as a country starts to uh, implement policies in support of gender equality, when they start to actually include women into the workforce, actually provide opportunities for women in the workforce, we could see a positive correlation between that and possibly a causation between that and economic and financial growth within the country itself, such as that observed in the aforementioned Malaysia, China, Thailand, and countries of this sort.